my God, Evan, where are you? What is this place? This isn't your kitchen? Nope, we're in my basement, actually. So, I thought you guys might want to change the scenery. Always in the kitchen, and the kitchen's cool, but I've noticed a lot of requests for some training. So I figured, you know what? Let's come down the basement. I want to give you a little brief tour of my gym. It's not much of a gym. I mean, let's be honest. It's a basement gym, and at that it's crammed into a very small space. But I've used this space exclusively for the last like 6 months plus. I've got so much going on work-wise that I don't make it up to the gym. And I used to train full-time at Montanari Brothers Powerhouse, New Haven. It is, in my opinion, the best gym. Fuck it, I'm going to say it, on planet Earth. And I'm very fortunate to have it be in my backyard. But it's about 30 minutes, which isn't a big deal. But to be able to wake up, throw down a meal, and come downstairs and start training by 5 a.m., a lot of the time, for efficiency's sake, that's what I find to be most viable. So, needless to say, I've got enough here to get the job done. I'm going to give you a brief tour. I've put it together piece by piece. It's been a few years now, and I was very fortunate to have the whole thing functioning prior to COVID, quarantine, all that. Not because I saw it coming, it just turned out that way. So it actually started with Animal, and they had asked me, hey, Evan, do you have any equipment in your basement? You know, if we want to like shoot some training stuff. I said, no, I don't have anything. And one thing led to another, and they said, hey, you know what? It'd be a cool project. Let's fabricate a rack, which you're looking at. So my father has been in the machine business for a long time. He repairs milling machines. So I set one of them up. I bought all the steel, cut it. Shout out to Logan Steel, Meriden, Connecticut. You guys are the best. And I set it up with the digital readout to bore out holes. I think, are they 2 inches? I think they're 2 inches on center. Whatever the standard spacing is. And it came out pretty good for a first shot. You know, really basically made 2 sides, a couple cross members, brought it in the basement in pieces, bolted it together, bolted it to the floor, and the thing's solid, man. And I'm not saying it to toot my own horn, but it's probably the best rack I've ever used. Okay, I'm tooting my own horn. But I use it every day. It works great. I love it. And after that, I was like, all right, well, got a rack. Gonna need a bench. So an adjustable bench, a bar, some plates, dumbbells, because that's how it started, right? All I need is a bench, rack, dumbbells, plates. Well, it'd be nice to have a machine for this, a machine for that. So pretty much through Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and a couple people I know who are gym owners. It was a piece here, it was a piece there. You know, maybe it was a trip to Long Island, a trip to New Jersey, a trip to Pennsylvania, a trip up to Massachusetts, and however many months later, I've got a functioning home gym. So let me give you a little tour. So, like I said, the rack. Then I picked up this Body Masters adjustable bench. The thing weighs a ton. It's a fucking tank. Pro Style dumbbells, which go up to 120 pounds. I kept them by 10-pound increments, right? So they go 20, 30, 40, and so on. One of them gets skipped to make it 120. The 5-pound increments that complete the set are actually in the garage. I didn't feel that I needed them all in here taking up space, that by 10 pounds was sufficient. That, if there's a 20-pound and a 30-pound, well, I'll make do without the 35. Or the 25, rather. So then Cybex hack squat. As you'll end up realizing, the majority of my stuff is really leg equipment. It just turned out that way. Hack squat. That came from a guy in New Haven. Actually, my favorite hack squat of all time, that's Cybex. A Body Masters lying leg curl. I drove up to Cape Cod for that a few summers ago. Body Masters leg extension. That was one of the first things I picked up. After I blew out my knee, my quad tendon, leg extensions were a really, really difficult movement for me. And although they're not necessarily a crucial movement for leg mass or leg development, for me, post-surgery, neurologically, it was very difficult for me to connect with the muscle. So to do an extension, which is very isolated, it really helped me to kind of switch the muscle on. So I would do a lot of supersets, you know, leg extensions with squats, leg extensions with hacks, leg extensions with fucking rice and beans. So the leg extension, and that turned out to be my favorite leg extension ever, that Body Masters. I love that one. This Nebula glute ham raise, I actually drove to New Jersey for, and I knew I wanted it because I had purchased a Nebula glute ham raise for the gym in New Haven for Powerhouse, brand new from Tom Eilerman, who was running Nebula at the time. This one is a little bit different from that one, but I knew it was a great piece, and it turned out to be an absolute excellent piece. I love it. I got a Matrix commercial treadmill that came out of a gym that shut down. Don't need to show that. Fuck the treadmill. An Icarian standing hamstring curl. That came out of a gym in Waterbury, Connecticut, Norm's gym. Norm was very gracious. Gave it to me at a great price. Thank you, Norm. This Body Masters hyper extension that came from Long Island. It's in great condition. This Flex seated calf also came from Norm. Shout out and thank you to Norm again. This piece was all fucked up. I had to chop this off and cut a new piece and drill holes, and now it's nice and tight in there. This Body Masters pec fly or rear delt came from Long Island. Oh man, I remember me and my buddy Tony went to pick this one up, and it was in his pickup truck. And we got it back. When we picked it up, it was they loaded it at a dock, you know, so the pickup truck goes right up to the dock and boom, went in the truck nice and easy. So we get it back here, and it's dark out, it's nighttime. Like, all right, how are we gonna get this off your fucking pickup truck? Now that's got a 350-pound stack on it, and the machine itself, I don't know what the rest of it weighs, but it is a heavy ass piece. And my buddy Tony, he's a big dude, big strong dude, and man, we attempted taking it off the back of the pickup truck. Like we were gonna like take it off and set it down, and somebody probably would have gotten killed. So I had the genius idea. I'm like, hey, you know what, dude? There's a hill over here. Back the truck up to the hill, and then we kind of pushed it off, and then put it on a dolly and brought it to the basement. So that's most of it. Texas. I have 2 Texas power bars actually. Texas power bar is my favorite barbell ever. I think. Dollar for dollar, and even without the dollar consideration, they are fucking awesome bar. I don't think there's any better value, that's for sure. They're made in the great state of Texas. So I bought one new. It's got chrome sleeves and a Cerakote finish. Just an all-around great bar. I have that bar for the rest of my life. And that's pretty much my gym. Oh, plates. Plates. I picked them up all over the place. Most of my plates are Ivanko plates, M Series. They came from everywhere. You grab a few here, you got a few there. I've got them kind of spread around, but I also have a stack of them over in the corner. If there's one thing that COVID taught us, it's when you find something at a good price, just fucking grab it. Because one thing with weight, it doesn't go bad, and it doesn't really go down in price. So it's pretty much just parked money. But enough blabbing. That's my home gym. I figured do a little chest workout today. And you guys might find this interesting because a lot of mornings, as I mentioned, I'm training by 5 a.m. 3 mornings a week I have a client at 6 a.m. She comes here to my house. So a lot of times I'm pressed for time. I can't really dilly-dally and, have these long, drawn-out workouts. And I'm going to be honest, sometimes I start even a little bit later than 5. So it's not uncommon where I'll get a workout done in half an hour. And I'm going to train chest today. I'm going to show you my 30-minute chest training workout. Now, it's 30 minutes max. And how do you do it in 30 minutes? Well, really, it's just giant sets, which maybe runs a little bit counterintuitive to the way that I used to train, which was like heavy, drawn out rests in between sets, take your time. At this point in my life where I'm at, I'm able to maintain pretty well training that way. And it's not that that's every workout, but we all find ourselves in situations where we don't have a ton of time. We got to go in, get it done. Maybe we don't even have an hour to our name. We got to just fucking knock it out. So I'm going to show you what I do. And honestly, I find it very, very adequate. So without further ado, I'm going to put on some tunes and let's train some chest. So, if you'll notice the time, it's just shy of 3 o'clock. So, in a minute, I'm going to do my first set. I'm going to start with barbell bench. I'm going to hit the pec fly, and I'm going to do dips. Pretty much in succession, right? Maybe a very, very, very brief pause in between. That'll constitute one set. I'll probably do 4 rounds of that, and that's it. So you're going to notice, right, and you kind of have to take your ego out of it on this one, because you're not going to be able to use the kind of weight you normally would. So if I start with 3 plates on the bench, let's say on the first set I get it for, I don't know, 12, 15, whatever. Next set, that number's going to drop fast because you really exhaust the muscle pretty quickly, because you're going to take the barbell to the end, then you're going to fly, and then you're going to dip. So in each one, you're going to do as many as you can. So at the end of just one round, you're feeling it. So the weight you normally use is decreased. So you got to kind of take some ego out of it. But you'd be surprised how well it works for something that you don't do in 25 to 30 minutes.
Look for that sign right there, dude.
Huh?
It says Daddy is strong.
I am daddy. I don't know how strong I am, but about to find out. Yo, that hits you hard. I mean, as long as you're still putting maximum effort into every weight, regardless of what that weight is. Look, man, if you fail at, I don't know what I fail at, 8 or so on the fly, 6, 7, or 8 here, as long as you're getting the maximum reps you can, it's kind of all that matters. And you'll be surprised what this does to your chest. So, I'm not saying to do it every workout, but I implore you to give it a shot. Right now it's just past 3:25, so we've been in it for 25 minutes. I had to take a call. It's an emergency, a buddy of mine, and that took up about 10 minutes. So if it wasn't for that, it'd still only be just about quarter after. So I'm gonna do one more set. That'll be my 4th round. That'll be it. I mean, I'm already freaking smoked. Whew. Last round. That's a wrap. What time we got? 3:31. So, even with a 10-minute call, still took a half hour. So realistically, you're looking at a 20-minute workout. I'm telling you, my chest is fried. So, I know you all end up sometimes in a pinch, and you're like, damn, I only got 20 minutes, I only have a half hour. So what, man? Just still fucking do it, because you'd be amazed what you can get done in that short period of time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you think. Was this video good? Do you like me just in the kitchen? How do you want me? Just let me know. Subscribe, comment. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.